What's crazy is like, so I got some pretty big news for like my life.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And what is that?
Looks like I won't be moving to Japan.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's insane, man. What happened?
So my mom's like, the whole thing is like with the job, there's been a lot going on at the base over there, like in Kadena, in Okinawa,
Yeah.
and because of the Rona and all that.
Hmm.
And my lighting's like all messed up. But essentially it was just kind of like they were like, oh, and like there's been like they just imposed because of the surge in cases, they just imposed new restrictions
Hmm.
which is messing. It's like pushing the timeline back even further because at first we were supposed to leave early August, and then we're supposed to leave um in like mid August,
Hmm.
then late August, and now they were like, there's just been like a indefinite, like they don't know when yet,
Hmm.
suspension of travel of any Americans into Okinawa.
Yeah, it makes sense. A lot of countries are doing that, like the EU and stuff.
Yeah, so my mom really doesn't like that.
Well, yeah,
And then
obviously that's really messing up her plan. That sucks.
yeah, and like Isaiah's too old to be on orders, right?
Hmm.
So um he would have to, as is, he would have to fly in by himself,
Hmm.
like separately of us, which used to be possible, but now it's not even possible because of the travel restrictions.
Yeah.
I'm thinking Isaiah's not going to have anywhere to live for a while because he just finished college, and he can't join the army because of the coronavirus. So like they're not shipping cadets right now,
Jesus.
and even if they were, he's not scheduled to ship till like I think like September, December, something like that.
Dude, this actually kind of reminds me of what I wanted to bring up. Like, do you remember early memes of the coronavirus?
About like it not being a thing and like, everybody like joking about it.
No, no, no. Like, okay, so at the
Like when
beginning
they
of the
when
year,
when they thought it would only be in China and stuff.
yeah, like when they only thought like they were just like, yeah, there's like China's falling apart, Australia's on fire,
Yeah.
America's like doing all right. I guess we still got the orange guy as the president, but everything's chilling over here in America, like nothing's going on. All those other countries are on fire and yeah, we're just big chilling. And a few months
Mm.
later, it's ruling over lives and just completely wrecking everyone's plans for
Yeah.
the future and just uh, delaying things indefinitely. And it's just like, wow. To go back and look at those early memes like I did today, it's
Hmm.
just so funny thinking, yeah, this thing that you're joking about, just give it a few months. Like these
Yeah.
memes that you're laughing at aren't going to be funny given, June and July when
Yeah. Well, the thing is, when it very first started, the the people, whoever those people are who like were they the WHO,
yeah.
a bunch of WHO scientists came together and they said, that doesn't look good. I'm trying to find a background because like my face, like there's not good lighting,
Yeah, I got you.
so I'm trying to find something that'll like make my face visible, but or more visible. But yeah, so like, what was I saying again?
The World Health Organization,
Yeah, they
WHO.
said they felt like the peak of infections and deaths would be September of this year. They like that.
Mm.
They feel like that's when it'll be at its absolute worst.
Yeah.
So
Well,
it's like everybody like it's like I guess like local governments didn't give a freak about that because it was literally early June. Like it was like I guess late June when a lot of places started reopening, and it's
yeah.
like they literally published like a 50-page thing talking about how if we don't properly control it, it'll be at its worst in September because then it'll have time to mutate, infect a lot of people, and then by that time there could be two or three mutations, and it could be a whole new thing. And they don't
Yeah.
think this is the kind of virus where like herd immunity will kick in and people will stop getting it because the viral load weakens and stuff. Like that's not going to happen. at least not until next year. Like it would take quite some time.
Yeah.
If I scoot closer to my light, all right,
Well,
actually.
I gotta check something because you said peak deaths would be in September,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm actually gonna share my screen here for a second. Recording. Okay, so we just stopped recording because my computer bugged out, and then I had to share the screen, but I didn't even find the information, so it doesn't matter. But peak deaths, I don't know, they started climbing again, but they're still not at the levels that they were back in like I think it was March or April.
Mm-hmm.
But I just I don't know. If we're not even at the peak deaths yet, then that's insane.
Yeah.
Like the peak deaths was like 500 a day or something. Insane.
Yeah.
Or not 500 a day. It was probably, I don't remember, but it was a lot. I have the map somewhere. Or the
Yeah.
charts. But yeah, that's just something that I thought was
Interesting.
interesting. Yeah, because like
Mm.
if we're not even at peak deaths yet, that's insane.
Yeah.
Okay, here it is. Here it is. Okay. Wow, a lot higher than I thought it was. So the peak deaths in the U.S. were at 2,701, and the deaths on July 10th, which I guess was the highest in the last 30. Oh no, July 7th was the highest in the last like 30 days. Was 902. 902.
Mm.
So like that. That's what the graph looks like. But
I've been eating these junks like candy.
those antacids.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have acid reflux. I used to eat those like candy. I don't anymore really because I don't know. I just kind of, I guess the symptoms of my whatever went away.
Yeah. Well, I don't have acid reflux, but I've been having heartburn like issues.
I thought that was caused by acid reflux. I thought they diagnosed you with that because
Um.
you said it was like you had mucus in the back of your throat or whatever, and you thought it was
Wow.
allergies, but then you went to the place and they were like, no, it's acid reflux. I thought that's what you
Well,
said.
he said he just said I had gastrointestinal stuff,
Oh,
but
okay.
he was like, "Hey, you have to get tested, like to find out what it is, like figure out what it is."
Mm-hmm.
But he was just like, "I think that's more likely to be gastrointestinal, not from allergies."
Oh, I gotcha. I thought you mentioned specifically acid
So
reflux.
what are the symptoms that you have when you have acid reflux?
Well, heartburn is one of the bigger ones, and like chest pain kind of goes along with it, but also just um, like when you would drink a soda or eat like pizza, like with the tomato sauce and the grease and whatever, it just doesn't sit right, and your stomach kind of hurts a lot,
Yeah.
and you'll burp a lot, like just
Mm.
little, like nothing huge. I don't know if you could hear that, but it was just like little.
Yeah. See, like I've been doing that like crazy. Like
Really?
literally, yeah. Like I'm sitting around and like I feel like I always feel like I have to burp, so I'm kind of like
Yeah.
and it's like very like slight, and then every now and then like there's like more discomfort,
Yeah.
and I might just burp loudly. But I've just been like just constantly burping, like, and it's never something I've ever happened to me, but now it's just a thing, and I'm like,
Yeah. That sounds a lot like acid reflux.
can you just have it like randomly?
I guess so. Neither of my parents
Hmm.
have it. Like, I don't know if it's genetic or whatever, dietary or what.
Yeah.
I didn't always have it, and I don't
Mm.
think that I really show a lot of symptoms of it now.
Mm.
So I guess I just kind of worked through it. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's a bitch.
Mm.
No
Boy.
Christian on this Christian podcast.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It's just been. It's just been like kind of an annoyance, and I asked you because I wanted to see if you were going to say burping and stuff, because because my heartburn's very mild. Like I feel like people say like
Mm-hmm.
it's burning, but this isn't like a burning. It feels like there's just something like right here all
Yeah.
the time. Like it's just like a discomfort. And I just laid down. It felt a little worse.
Hmm.
So then I was like, that's weird. And I kind of sat up and like started moving around. It like was still there. That's why I took 2 more of those Tums. I'm just like, bruh, like stop.
Yeah, that sounds a lot like acid reflux to me.
Annoying because I've never seen like burping as an active activity before. It like happened like maybe once a day. Now I'm probably burping like 50 times a day at least. Like it's just constant. Like I'm constantly literally like sipping water and stuff,
Yeah,
and then just these little like just like like I feel like
yeah,
I'm like almost like forcing it out. It's so annoying.
yeah.
Well,
Mm. Comes out the
yeah,
other end too. When it's at its worst, like
yeah,
at like the peak, acid reflux
yeah.
really sucks. It was coming out both ends.
Yeah, last night that's like I was like a little. I was definitely much more flatulent than I like can remember being.
Yeah. Oh, it's terrible, dude. It gets so bad. And then I can't smell. I don't have a sense of smell. So I don't
Yeah,
know what people are going through, those poor people that sat next to me in my senior year. It's like,
yeah. I remember that too. Like, you always had Tums in your car.
yeah,
And you'd be like, "Oh, I forgot my Tums." It was just
yeah.
like,
Those days were the worst, dog, when I forgot my Tums. Um, but
yeah,
it's stress induced for me at least.
hmm
So like when I'm in school, um, or when I have like a big project due or whatever,
hmm
or it gets like exam season, it comes back and it's just like, yeah, it's really gonna suck for a while. And the no smell just makes it a billion times worse because it's like no one's complaining. Like,
yeah.
this being nice
But
or
I could be torturing them.
yeah. I mean, I could really be like the new Hitler creating all these gas chambers and just have no idea.
Yeah,
But I just don't know. And that's the worst, that anxiety.
yeah,
And then that makes it even worse because I get all anxious about that.
hmm
When my anxiety kicks in, it's like it's a downhill spiral into gastrointestinal issues.
yeah. So is drinking soda a good or bad idea?
Oh, bad. Very bad.
Oh,
Like cola, like Coca-Cola
mm.
or like Sprite's usually not that bad,
I've
but
been intentionally drinking soda to because it always feels like I have to burp, and it's like just the pressure in my chest to try to relieve the pressure. And when I drink the soda, it at least helps me to get like loud, like more burps. It feels like I'm like getting more out.
yeah.
Feels like there's a little bit less pressure in my chest, but then it like comes back later.
If it's acid reflux, definitely not Coke. That's probably the
Yeah.
worst
Well,
remedy.
I've been drinking Sprite. Not I don't have Coke, but
I gotcha. Sprite usually doesn't upset me that bad,
mm.
but it just depends
That's
on
so dumb that it could be like stress induced. Sorry for
yeah.
cutting you off there, but I'm just like,
Mm.
thanks, body. That's real freaking clutch. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, you're stressed. Let me give you constant burping and flatulence as well as discomfort in your chest.
Yeah.
That way you'll calm the freak down, you know?
What
Like,
is
and
that? Yeah.
especially amidst like this whole COVID thing, I've been like for literally the last few weeks, I've had constant just discomfort, like right
Yeah.
here, like in the center of my chest, and like sometimes it's like worse, and like, it's actually harder for you. Is that a thing as well? Like it feels like you can't breathe as well when you like because you when you inhale it. Like for me, my chest feels full, and when I breathe
Yeah.
in, it's like it's uncomfortable to take a deep breath, but
When
like
it gets yeah.
because of all this like constant burping and stuff. So it
Yeah.
just even right now, like it's just like it feels like there's something like right here, just like
Hmm.
sitting annoying me. I'm like
Yeah, it when it gets
constantly
really
sipping the
bad.
water. It's just
Yeah.
like burping. It's like
Seems like you're really going through the worst of it, especially when it starts to affect your breathing like that. Yeah.
yeah. Well,
That really sucks.
I'm super paranoid right now because it's COVID season.
Yeah.
So as I lay in my bed and my chest is like, I have pain in my chest and it's hard for me to, it's not
Hmm.
hard to breathe. And I'm like sitting there, I'm like, it's not my lungs. I was like, I know what it
Yeah.
feels like to have discomfort in my lungs as someone with asthma. Like I've literally been using my inhaler. Like I've used my inhaler almost every day because I just feel this discomfort in my chest. And I'm like, do I need like I haven't been running. Like I
Yeah.
haven't been, and then I use an inhaler, it doesn't work. And I know because like when you're having breathing problems from asthma, use your inhaler, it works.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, it's not that. And now I'm just like, it has to be like acid reflux or whatever, something.
Yeah, it affects, like, at its very worst, it affects like every part of your day and like your routine and everything.
Yeah. Well, that's how I've been feeling the last few days, especially with the
Yeah.
breathing thing. And that's been off and on. Like it was really bad last week for like 2 days where like I just really was like, do I have freaking coronavirus? Like
Yeah.
my chest, the just discomfort. And of course, usually it would probably be like, I have something. But in this time, you read
Yeah.
all these articles about COVID and you're just like, that's tough,
Mhm.
dog.
It starts with the exact symptoms of acid reflux, and then you start overthinking like crazy.
Yeah.
Cause
Well, and
like,
that's
yeah,
the thing. I was like, I don't have a sore throat. I don't have a fever. I don't feel like weak. I don't have chills. I was like, all I have is discomfort in my chest. And if I breathe real deep, it feels weird. Like it feels like there's like too much in my chest, like there's pressure or something.
yeah,
And I was just like, do I have like lung only COVID? Like, is that a
yeah,
thing? Like or not even lung, but like freaking solar plexus COVID?
yeah.
Like, I don't
I
know.
I get a sore throat like once every other month or
Yeah.
so. So
Mm,
like, it's been happening for a lot of my life.
mm,
And then now it's just like when it happens, it's completely
yeah.
new. You freak out. You're
Yeah.
overthinking every single symptom. You're like, all right, I'm gonna have to
Well,
quarantine for 14 days. That's
yeah.
14 days not making deliveries. I'll never get my $1,000 bonus. I'm gonna shoot myself.
Yeah, well, that was literally me last week because I just came back from the 4th of July thing. We had like
Yeah,
24 people at my dad's house, and like no social distancing was occurring because
yeah,
we went on the boat and stuff, and there like be like 12 people on the boat at once.
yeah.
And I mean, have you been on the boat? Been out?
Mm-mm.
Okay, well that'll be fun. We should do that like a lake day at some
Yeah.
point. Pretty cool. And yeah, so we did that, you know.
Hmm.
So like there was no social distancing. There were like 20 people there, like just essentially everybody's like, if I mean, shrug. So it's just kind of like whatever.
Yeah.
And then I came back home and I started to feel that like, that just discomfort in my chest. Even now, like it's so annoying because I guess I'm just paranoid from having asthma. Like when you have
Yeah.
asthma and you can't breathe, they're like, that's not good. You should like, you know. So
Hmm.
I'm very used to using this. Like it feels comparable to when I needed to use my inhaler when I was younger, because there's
Yeah.
just like it's like I can breathe like when I'm breathing like this, like just talking and breathing normally, I feel fine. But if I try to like my chest is like stop that, stop, you know.
Yeah. And then that
But
that paranoia that kicks in definitely like
yeah,
exaggerates the symptoms of.
yeah. So the thing is, I woke up in the morning on like last week on Monday, and I had a sore throat, like a pretty sore throat, and it was like I well, it wasn't a sore throat. It was like my throat was burning a little, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Discomfort because I have really bad congestion, like because of my allergies. 'Cause I have really bad allergies, which and I am a mouth breather, like extremely. Like
Hmm.
I only like the doctors tested me and they were like they found that I only breathe through my nose if I consciously do it. Like most of my oxygen intake, like something like 90% of it, comes through my mouth, which is extremely bad.
Yeah.
Because most people, it's supposed to be close. It's supposed to be closer to 50-50 or even 60-40 through your nose because your nose has the filtration.
Yeah.
For me, I can't do that because my nose is like, you suck. You suck. So, I started using these nasal sprays,
Yeah.
which taste terrible. And I know
It
that because
tastes it.
if you spray it in your nose and you have to do little sniffs like to like try to, keep it in your nose.
Yeah.
And if you sniff too hard, like the tube that goes to your throat,
Yeah.
and it'll rinse into your throat. And you're like, "Ugh." And the thing is, you can't
Oh.
taste it on your tongue. You can't taste it on the back of your tongue. You taste it in the like back of your
Yeah.
throat. And the thing is, also this chemical, this whatever this is, it tingles. So it felt like I had just like when you use like a mint shampoo and you can
Yeah.
like it's like the air is weird. Like you
Hmm.
breathe in, it's like cold. It's like
Yeah.
that, but at the very back of my throat from
Yeah.
the medicine like rinsing into my freaking throat. I'm like, gotta love how it's all connected. Just gotta love it.
Yeah. The world is a beautiful place. Everything's connected. Everything.
Yeah. And it
Yeah.
tastes so bad. It smells weird. And you wouldn't have to worry about that now that I say it, but I think about it.
Yeah.
But I spray it into my nose, and I walk in the room, and everyone's like, "What's that smell? Like, it smells like paint. What is that? It smells like paint thinner." And I'm like, "You're telling me? Know where I spray it? Do you want to know where I spray the nasal spray?"
It smells like paint thinner.
Yeah, it really
Oh,
does.
dude, that cannot be pleasant.
It's really not. Like, that's why I've never used them. I don't like them, but I did learn how to use them. I will say I used to, when you spray it. So you're supposed to go into your nose
Yeah,
with your opposite and like angle it like towards your ear almost.
yeah.
I was just like, I used to not know that, so I would just go like into this
Oh,
nostril, go, and the thing is, I would spray it directly onto my septum, and it hurts. Like it's like,
yeah.
you know.
Your
So that's what,
septum's like very sensitive.
yeah. And I'm sitting there like, I mean, like this, like it's like, did you hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, freak. Now it smells. Oh, why did I
Yeah, come on. Why'd you do
do that?
that? You did it last episode too.
God dang it! It's just tempting as freak. Misfire.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's just the whole thing. But at least now I know how to use it, so it doesn't hurt. It just like
Yeah.
smells weird. And the thing is, at first you can't smell it that well, right?
Hmm.
But then you're supposed to like do like this to like, kind of close your nose, and you're like, just get it into your like whole nasal passage.
Yeah.
And the second you do this and the spray touches the hairs, like it really gets flush with your nose, then it's like the strongest thing you've ever smelled. And it's like overwhelming. Like,
Yeah. I
and then
can.
it fades because your brain's like, this is too strong. And then you
Yeah.
just can't smell for as the thing, I after I spray it in my nose, I can't smell for 30 to 45 minutes.
Yeah. I
Really
can.
more like 30 minutes to an hour, because like my nose gets so washed with the pungent smell
Yeah.
that it just deadens my nose.
How does that feel not being able to smell? That's
It's like I'm like, hey, I relate.
yeah,
I
yeah.
know how my friend feels now.
Good, good. Yeah. It's not pleasant. I'm not glad that you can feel this way, but at
Yeah,
least I have someone to relate to for an hour.
exactly, dog. Thing is, like, if I ever need to, say, get a little stink, before that, get a little bit of. Let me just, Garrett, hey, come on, dog, you gotta know.
Out of here, dude. I'm so
Like, 1 second, I'm a little congested. Free.
all right, we have
Go.
30 minutes to an hour.
Exactly. Just walk over there like, not a thing, not a thing.
God,
Ready?
you don't want it to smell bad when you're like, you don't want to have to avoid the smell anyway.
Oh, see, the one problem is if some of it got, see, I told you, like, when it touches any like exposed tissue, like even your tongue, anything like that, it'll tingle a lot.
Hmm.
So imagine, if I'm like, and then it gets, and then the tingling.
Yeah, no, I got it.
Yeah, that would also be unpleasant. But at least it wouldn't be unpleasant for me. So
It'll be unpleasant for you when she smacks you upside the head. It's like, what the freak did you just put in my booty?
I'm like, oh, that's freaking fluticasonine. Fluticasonine.
I'm allergic to fluticasonine.
For real. I never know like how to like like when you get a medicine, you're like, I can't pronounce that. That's very cool.
It's
And it sucks because like, have you been prescribed? You go to the doctor. Like, have you been prescribed any medicines in the past? And you're just like, no, like never. I've never taken a medication in my life.
Never in my life have I ever swallowed a pill.
It's like, how the freak, like both of these are like this letter. This is spelled AZELASTINE. So like aslasticine, azelastine. I don't know.
As a lasting effect on your smell. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Dude, all right. So, dude, I think my favorite like female musician that like rapper, which I don't. I mean, I don't listen to female rappers. So it's not Cat. But
Cardi B.
no, ew, Doja
I
Cat.
know.
Doja Cat. What are you saying?
Yeah,
What are you saying?
I knew you were gonna say Doja Cat. I don't think she's a rapper though.
Yeah, I don't know what she is. Well, in her like yeah, I don't know, musician, I guess.
Like
I would
artist.
say she's probably my favorite. Yeah, because like I mean, who else do I like?
But what is that noise? Are you?
I was spinning my phone. Sorry.
Oh, okay. No, you're good.
But yeah, like, have you heard the song she made called "Like That"? It's like a new song.
Mm-mm.
I mean, it's like it's like standard like
Doja Cat.
women song. Yeah,
Oh.
like it's like kind of like whatever. But the thing is, it's catchy. Like not as catchy as Say So, but more
Mhm.
catchy than some of her other stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, the I'm a Cow song, you could say it's catchy. Excuse me. But the lyrics are so different. God, like, yay. But I'm not stressed at all anymore. I feel great. Can you tell?
Yeah.
I just feel amazing. But anyway, um, what was I saying?
Doja Cat.
Oh yeah. So the point is the song is good. Like it's like,
Mhm.
it's catchy, it's like whatever. But it's like probably my favorite music video of like the year.
Is that the one where she's fruit? Like
No,
she's all
no,
the
no,
different
no,
fruit?
no. It's the one where there's like an anime persona of her also in the video.
What? I'm
Yeah.
okay.
Well, not anime. I'd almost say like cartoon. Think like anime inspired American cartoon drawing.
All right, hold up. I'm going to. We're not going to keep this in the podcast, but we'll keep my
Yeah.
reaction in the podcast. Oh, it looks like Sailor Moon.
Like, I've watched this video like 10 times. I think count, dog.
Wonder who animated this.
I don't know, but it's really cool. Check this part
Yeah, it
out.
is. It's Sailor Moon. That's what it's supposed to be. Because that was one of their little staff things. I like the anime plus the like live action.
Yeah, I know, right? I thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
What? Like, because I was never gonna watch the video or anything. I really wasn't even ever gonna listen to the song. Like, just I was like, like if it ever plays the radio, whatever. But I saw the thumbnail, and it was like the anime like style of her,
Yeah.
and I was just like, everyone says like, if you're like at all in it, they're like she's like the weeb crush or like the whoever. Like if you're like someone who's like nerdy or whatever,
Yeah.
she's the one.
I wonder if
So I
it.
was like, I have to see why. And I watched it and I was like, yeah. I mean, she
Yeah.
already was, but now she like, I mean, come on, bro.
I wonder if it's out of a genuine interest of like anime and that kind of like subculture, or if she's just exploiting it, kind of like Belle Delphine, which is
I
kind
think,
of, you know, Belle Delphine knows what she's doing, and
I
she's
think it's genuine. Have you seen her streams like on Mixer or whatever she streams on?
she streams on some weird service. She's
Yeah,
like,
like coffee or some crap.
I don't remember, soap
Because she's
maybe.
like, who knows? But she talks about anime a lot.
Really?
Yeah, like she talks about like some of her favorites and stuff like that. She says she like watches it pretty obsessively
Yeah.
because she was into anime before. She's like way before she started music.
Hmm.
But and then like I don't know, just her general personality seemed pretty cool though. Like
Yeah.
on like that clip of her like at when she told the streamers like if they reached a certain donation goal, she would show her like
Yeah. Her
But then
tatas.
like, did you see like what she said on stream when they were like, hey, like where they at?
No.
Oh really? Like okay, so she was essentially she was like, you guys got played, you got pranked. She's like, you thought I was gonna do that? Wrong. No, like whatever. But
Yeah.
also like she has like a suit of like medieval chainmail that she wears sometimes on
Hmm.
stream, and she has like a Nerf sword, and she'll like hold it and speak in like a freaking like hear ye, and she'll like do that and like mess around.
Yeah.
So I'm like level of like quirkiness and like all that stuff. It's just there. It's just there.
It's kind of quirky though, kind of quirky.
Yeah. No, don't make it lame like that, dog. Don't like nah. I wasn't.
I don't know. She kind of quirky though.
Nah, I just hate people like I was like girls like I'm a little different. I'm a little.
Yeah, I'm not like normal girls. I'm not
I
like,
don't go with the grain.
yeah. I watch anime and dye my hair crazy colors.
Yeah, but yeah, so
Has
that's the thing.
has
Plus
Doja Cat ever dyed her hair?
she's still lit as freak. Yes. Well, I don't know if she's ever dyed her hair actually, but she had pink hair like in a music video, and she's had like blue hair.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't follow Doja Cat all that religiously. I'm just like, hey.
Yeah, neither do I. But like, I just watched that one video, and then I was looking at some of the thumbnails for other videos. Cause like, her music is like, I mean, like it's like it's like it's pop music,
Yeah.
So,
Mm,
but she's lit, so like click on the video, see.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge fan of Gucci Mane though, so that song's probably not up there for me because I don't know. I
Yeah.
just don't like him all that much.
I thought his part was good. I mean, I don't like.
Yeah.
I don't even like know. Like, I just know he's a musician, but I don't know anything about him. I just know like,
Yeah.
I felt like as far as rap parts and pop songs go, like
It wasn't
because
awful. Yeah.
yeah, because like for me, whenever I listen to songs like that, I'm like waiting for the guy's part. Like that's me. That's me in the scenario of the music video.
Yeah.
So like, you know,
Mm.
oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
But of course, I just thought the video was really cool. That's why I wanted to show you.
Yeah, it was really cool. It reminds me of when like the Amazing World of Gumball started like referencing all that kind of
Yeah,
stuff. And they had like animators from Sailor Moon and Kill La Kill. I think they had Kill La Kill. And they had the animators from Dragon Ball too, some of them. To, like draw Gumball as Goku.
yeah,
Yeah, I even drew that. I don't know where the drawing is, but I drew Gumball as Goku just because I really love that show, and I'm not a huge fan of Dragon Ball, but I just love that they got like all the animators together to do that. That was so cool.
yeah. What's so funny, dude? Like when I looked up the lyrics to the song. Like
Mhm.
most rappers, like you get like 50% of what they're saying.
Yeah.
But then you like, if you look up lyrics, you're like, oh, like you were saying something. I respect it, you know?
Hmm.
Plus, like, you know, as someone who likes rap, I like to listen for like bars or like wordplay or like any level of just like,
Yeah.
you can see what someone said and go, oh,
Hmm.
excuse me. Sorry. And there's nothing crazy in this song, but like, I just like the part because, you know, he's like, Gucci El Dorado, we in Rome, and just like, I'm a model. And, you know, of course, listening to this junk, I'm just like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Because once again, I'm the Gucci main in this scenario.
Yeah.
And then he's like Gucci Mane and Doja Cat call me El Gato, you know, because like Doja
Hmm.
Cat, and he's like call
Yeah.
me, you know, the cat, you know,
The cat in Spanish though for some reason.
yeah. And then he says like, you know, the whole I'm a big boss, I got big bread, you know. But then he's like, it's I'm not cheap, baby. I'm sure not selfish. Shaking like Elvis, damn near broke my pelvis. And it's just like, okay, okay, like you know.
Yeah.
But like when he says it, I didn't catch any of it. He's like, I'm not, you know, like he's, you know, his
Yeah.
voice is so like, you know, rappy that I don't know what
Mm.
you're saying, dog. But that's how I like to look up lyrics sometimes, and I'm like,
Mm. We're all on the same page. Yeah. I gotcha. But yeah. That's
yeah,
it's a good song. I like that music video a lot. I wonder who animated it. If they
yeah.
got
That was like, they need to like get them in more videos because honestly, they could probably do some cool work like on for different artists. Because
yeah,
that Sailor Moon esque stuff, but even if they harden the faces a little bit, then it looks like it could be like a whole different style and vibe, you know?
yeah. I see there's the end of the video, but it reminds me of well, it doesn't like not this style or anything, but Pup has a music video that's animated.
Hmm.
Pup the band.
Dang, they don't have many subscribers
They have a claymation video for
for a
Aniful.
band.
Yeah. Well, they're not super popular. Yeah, this
Dang.
is the animated one for Dark Days. Like, if I remember correctly, it's like partially animated, partially not. But yeah,
Yeah.
when you like incorporate kind of animated stuff, like I haven't even seen this music video. It's like
Mm,
claymation. I really,
mm,
I don't know, I dig that kind of stuff.
yeah. Dude, I don't want claymation at all.
Yeah,
Creeps me
this
out.
this song is supposed to be like kind of like an unsettling one because
Mm,
it's all about well, I don't know exactly what it's about because I've only listened to it a few times, but
yeah.
it's like
Dude,
bee stings and having an allergic reaction and
you know,
just
have you ever heard Into the Horizon?
maybe.
I think that's what they're called. Oh, Bring Me the Horizon. All right.
Bring me the horizon.
Yeah. Scroll down. Let me see.
So
There's this video.
yeah, I've heard Bring Me the Horizon.
Yeah. They have this music video they made. It's animated and it's crazy.
This one?
Nah. Scroll some more. It's called like Parasite Eve. Parasite Eve. That's what it's called. See, they have more subscribers than Pop. But to
Yeah.
me, their music sounds more extreme than Pop. Pop sounds pretty like, you know, like to me, like it's I mean it's all pop, but all rock, I mean, but it's like it seems like it has like a big you have a large audience.
Yeah, they're getting bigger, but Bring Me the Horizon's been around for so long. They're a very popular band.
Yeah, I randomly found them and I like really enjoyed like some of their stuff. Like I like that song. I like all those. I like Can You Feel My Heart, Shadow Moses, Throne, Bring and then Drown. Everyone, I feel like the song they're known for is called like Follow You or something.
Huh?
That's a song. Or like, who's that? Some random person
Mhm. I'll
said,
edit it out.
yeah. And that was like, I like that song. It's so cheesy though, but like it's like such
Yeah.
cap. But that's good.
But yeah, Bring Me the Horizon's been around for a lot longer than
Mm.
Pup. But I will agree that they seem a bit more niche in their sound, but they've just had a
Yeah.
lot longer to build an audience and
Well,
stuff.
yeah. And their aesthetic, like the guy having the tattoos. Plus, he screams in almost every song.
Yeah.
And most people hear screaming, they're like, "This isn't for me." And it's like, hey, hey, you ever had feelings? You ever had a feeling that was extreme?
Yeah. Just scream.
Like that. Like that's what it's for. Like that song, "Drown." Like sometimes, dude, I used to I get my headphones, put that junk on, I never turn up the volume to max because like I care about my ears, but I'll turn it up to like 7, 8 clicks. I'll just sit there and
Yeah.
just like let the music like
Wash over you.
transport me. Yeah.
Yeah, I do that with Dark Days by Pup. I
Mm,
start screaming. Like if I'm in my car alone and Dark
mm,
Days comes on, like my shuffle or whatever, it's like, wait, that's so dark. I just start screeching
yeah.
because I know every word and I just,
Mm. That's the best thing when you know every word of a song.
yeah.
Like, dude, I'm like I was taking a shower earlier. I'm literally just in there like freaking singing. Like I was listening to like rap and stuff,
Yeah.
but I love singing. I love singing along to rap because like the bars are like I'm not someone who like I don't like speak super confidently about myself
Hmm.
because I'm not like conceited,
Yeah.
and like I'm also not like like who does that? Who's like, oh yeah, I'm just very cool and like attractive, and women like me, and I have money, and I'm great.
Yeah.
But rappers like that's all they do.
Hmm.
Talk about how cool they are. So when I like sing along to rap, I'm just like, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, like that's me, yeah,
I have to be careful singing along to rap because there's some words that I'm not allowed to say. And
I
like,
always. What's funny is I don't say the N word, so I say biscuit instead
yeah,
because that's what my brothers and I have always done. So I just write in like line with the song.
yeah, I just pause. I'm just like, but, and then I'm like, I can do it.
Yeah, I don't say like certain words. Like I
Yeah.
don't say like most curse words unless I'm like like frustrated or whatever. But I don't just curse to curse. So like I'll say biscuit instead of like the B word or the N word,
Yeah.
and then the other ones I'll just pause or I'll like
Hmm.
But yeah.
I'll curse. I'll curse all day long in a song.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah.
Yeah. But the N word is off limits. I'm just like, kind of back into it. Because, like, even if I'm alone, I don't want to say it and then, like, it gets stuck in my diction. And
Yeah.
then I'm around, like, other people later. I'm just like,
Yeah.
it slips out because I've been singing alone, with the words or whatever.
This the lady from The Bachelor. Did you see how like she got like a bunch of flack for saying it?
She, the lady from The Bachelor? No, I didn't hear anything about that.
Yeah. Well, yeah. You have to be into some like alternative news sources if you know what I'm saying, because like I only heard about it from Nina,
Hmm.
who watches The Bachelor. Nina, the girl,
Yeah,
Isaiah.
yeah,
Nina, and she got Isaiah into watching The Bachelor. I watched a few episodes when I was at their apartment, Isaiah's
yeah.
apartment that she was at as well, but not their apartment. And I was like, ugh, I see how people could watch this. Dang it. But, I was like, don't use Tyler. He's a freaking loser. Like, what are you doing? But yeah, so there was a Bachelorette. But the point is,
Yeah.
she was like one of the people, and she was singing a song. Not like she just said it in conversation, but she was singing along with the song that had it in it.
Hmm.
And she just said it, like she was singing it. So she was like, she just said the word, kept like she didn't, what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But everybody in the live stream was like, you're white. What?
Yeah.
Everybody was like, freaking get on her cheeks. And I personally, like, I cannot be less than freak. I don't think it's a big deal at all. But I'm like, if you're literally like sitting there, like we have to police her saying like a word that's in a song, a very popular song. Like these guys make songs, like rappers, they make songs to get hundreds of millions of listens and
Hmm.
views. They say like what do you want? Like some people want to sing the song, and some people are gonna say the words in the song.
Yeah.
Like to me, I'm like, who gives a freak, dog? Like They're just like, oh my gosh, we officially chastised her for saying the N-word. Racism is over. It's done.
We did it.
She was the last bastion of bigotry in this country, and we got her to make a formal apology. It's so dumb to me. I'm like, bro, like, guys, like, really? That's what you got?
Yeah.
That's what you're gonna get salty about today?
Well, they get points with their other friends. It's like, yeah, I was the one that called her out, and then their friends are like, whoa, you get like,
You're so right.
yeah, you get like points in that community.
Yeah, it's funny because it said on the Tums, it says, do not take more than 15 tablets in 24 hours.
I thought you were about to say it says the N-word on the tongue. That's what we were talking about. Like, where?
Oh.
What the heck?
Yeah. Oh no, it's just random because like my chest is like I'm just sitting here in discomfort as we talk, and I'm like,
yeah,
I should take more Tums. It's just like it says on it, do not take more than 15 tablets in 24 hours.
I've definitely done that.
Yeah, and I was just like, that's like I read it, yesterday. I was like, that's so freaking dumb. Like, who's gonna take that many? And I'm on like I think 10 right now, and I'm just like, it's 1:31.
You get there quick, especially.
Like I haven't even had dinner yet.
Yeah. Yeah, you get there quick. I've definitely
my bed tonight, just like,
yeah. But the thing about overeating Tums is like that'll make it worse somehow.
Worse. Yeah, dog. That's freaking AIDS freak.
Yeah, it's weird. It's it's the cure, but it's also the problem, and like it causes different problems. But
yeah,
it's just the worst. It's I would take. Well, actually, they say that it causes cancer now, but I don't know how accurate that is. But I have omeprazole. But if you take it for more than 2 weeks, you'll be at a higher risk of developing cancer. But omeprazole helped me out a lot. It's just over the counter. You don't have to have a prescription for it or anything. But it's like, I don't know. My sister recently said that it's under review for like a dangerous carcinogen. But I'm just like, but my tum-tum don't hurt no more. But yeah, I stopped taking that after I found out about that. And I don't even know why I brought it up because I don't want you to get cancer either. So never mind about that.
Yeah. Am I getting too fat, dog?
Too fat. Dog, you're more fit than I am. I mean, I'm not fat.
But you're not fat. Exactly. No, your point is destroyed.
I'm the opposite.
Devastated.
I'm the opposite.
Devastated.
I'm the opposite end of it, but I'm still like not a glowing example of how to live your life as a healthy person.
I'd say you are. At our age, like there's like you haven't received like all of your full like musculature DLC. None of us have. You don't get it till you're like in your like mid-20s, and then at that point, like you're just a skinnier person. But like that's okay because you're not skinny fat. I think like you would be unhealthy if you had like a protruding stomach, and then the rest of your body was thin because that would mean you're eating way too much trash and your metabolism isn't keeping up with it.
Sometimes I look at my stomach and I go, do I have body dysmorphia? Or does that look a little poochy? So like, the difference, there's a fine line.
Dude, that's me.
Do I look at myself and think, wow, I'm fat? Or am I actually like getting a little bit of a spare tire? But I've always had like, well, not problems with it, but kind of in the opposite way that you would think. Because like I'll work out and then I'll be like, yes, I'm like freaking muscular as heck. I could enter a competition or something, you know what I'm saying? And like it turns out that my arms still look like twigs. So I don't know if body dysmorphia like goes both ways and it flows like that.
Yeah.
Or it's just one way or the other, depending on who you are. But after I work out, it's just like, wow, my muscles are huge. And then 20 minutes later, I'm just like, I'm still. That sucks.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch Avatar.
Yeah.
So I don't know how that works for other people, but let me know in the comments down below. The one viewer that we get sometimes comes around. Just let me know if that's ever happened to you.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm reading these symptoms. Don't sleep on your right side.
I can only sleep on my right side. I have screws on this side.
Dang, dog, that's tough for you and tough for me because I sleep on my right side.
Yeah. It's the most comfortable side to sleep on.
Yeah.
Why do you not sleep on your right side? What's the deal with that? Your liver or something's over there? Or, well, I guess. No, I don't know. Why don't sleep on your right side?
Yeah. Acid reflux can cause asthma.
Really?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Maybe
Yeah.
that's why. Maybe that's why my breathing's been weird. Because sometimes my inhaler has helped a little bit, and I have asthma, so like double asthma. I now have buffed asthma.
Buff 10%.
My
You're
asthma was like,
stronger.
they're like, dude, your asthma is too weak. You need to buff.
Okay. But when you sleep on your right side, the pressure of your body smashes up against the blood vessel that returns to your ticker. I guess it's your heart. Like, this is like an old person quote. So your ticker. Meanwhile, sleeping on your left side with your right side not squished is supposed to potentially increase blood flow to your heart, Winter says. And then it mentions acid reflux. And acid reflux, try the left side.
Mm.
That's so weird. Yeah.
What about sitting on my stomach?
What do you say?
I was like, what about?
Stomach sleepers tend to put more pressure on their muscles and joints, which can lead to aches, nerve issues, and numbness. If you sleep on your stomach, you're getting joint pains and headache or aches and nerve issues, numbness. That's insane, dude.
Mm.
This is why you gotta sleep right. But I can't sleep right because they put screws in my head. It just hurts to sleep on that side. So I guess I'm getting blood vessels, blocked to my ticker, which is a weird word that I should probably stop saying. Don't like it. Don't like the way it sounds in my mouth. I'm just gonna say heart.
Yeah.
Sounds like you're about to say tickle, and then you switch the ol to a
Yeah.
Just doesn't feel right.
It's like, what?
What? I have to take a double take with that one.
Hey, would you like some calcium carbonate? Because I sure would. But yeah, so that's a rip. But
Yeah.
well, I guess it's not a rip because it's not that bad. I guess I don't know. So just gonna have some burping and some chest discomfort. Try to breathe sometimes if I think about it.
Yeah, that's terrible. But a good place to end the podcast. Goodbye, everyone. Oh, wait. Good news time. Dr. Fauci today. So before we end the podcast on a bad note, I want to share this YouTube video. Let me.
But what's your outlook for 6 months to a year from now? And how are you hopeful about therapeutics that may come on board before we get an effective vaccine or vaccines?
But your points are very well taken. Right now, we've shown through randomized placebo-controlled trials that there are two interventions that clearly have a significant benefit in people with advanced disease. Hospitalized patients, when you're dealing with dexamethasone, either on a respirator or requiring oxygen. When you're dealing with remdesivir, best effect, not ventilator, but someone with low flow oxygen requirement. What we really need, and we're on the track of getting them, are interventions that can be given early in the course of disease to prevent people who are vulnerable from progressing to the requirement for hospitalization. And those are direct antiviral drugs, convalescent plasma, hyperimmune globulin, monoclonal antibodies, and a number of direct acting antiviral agents. I believe we are on a good track to get there reasonably soon. I already mentioned the two for advanced disease. We really want to get stuff early. Vaccine, as you know, there are multiple candidates that are in various stages of clinical trial. One or two of them will go into phase 3 for efficacy literally at the end of this month. So we're pretty cautiously optimistic that at the end of the year, beginning of this coming 2021, we will have one and maybe more, I hope more than one vaccine that would be available.
So there you go. There's Dr. Fauci saying, he's hopeful for the future of vaccines. So ending on a positive note instead of the pain that Eric is experiencing.
Very nice.